correct you, something like that. But that other thing died in Polish language, like, yeah, since now I believe it's just singular, plural, right? Virtually everything. Okay, last time, everyone. And what are the two most important sounds in English? If you're learning how to pronounce English phonology, there are two sounds that are vitally important for you to get and include every time they should be included. Can you guess what they are?
Us. Say thing.
The S and the D sound at the ends of words. In other words, s and da. Why, though? It's related to English morphology, that changes in English words as we conjugate. Like, what does morphology mean?
I don't know.
What does ology mean? Jesus, what did that? All of you speak at least conversational English. You should recognize some of these sounds and parts of words you've heard before. You know many words that end in ology.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Psychology, anyway. Psychology. No, psychology. Biology.
Sexology.
Sexology is a word. I think you were trying to make a joke there, but yes, that is actually a word. Sexology. What does that mean? What do all those words have in common? What are they about?
And knowledge. It's really big. Knowledge.
Yes.
About something.
Science.
Yes, the science or the study of something.
Mm.
Funny little footnote. The word astronomy is technically the wrong label. It's a misnomer. It should be called astrology, not astronomy. You know what astronomy is? Like the science of the stars and outer space, right?
Yes.
Astro means star, right? But onomy does not mean the science or the study of. It means the measure of, like measuring how far away something is, right? So why do we make an exception there? If most other sciences are called ology, something ology, why do we call it astronomy instead of astrology? Can you guess why? The word astrology does exist, but it means something else. What does it mean?
Having late meaning.
You never heard the word astrology? I'm an astrologist or an astrologer.
No.
Let me read you your horoscope today because you're in Virgo. And the stars are aligning in such a way that something surprising will happen to you this week. You'll have to make an important decision. No. Okay. Astrology is the name of a pseudoscience that has been popular for hundreds of years, where people believe that the positions of the stars and the planets somehow affect your destiny in Christ.
Yeah.
And so because they started using that word, which means the science or the study of stars, to mean this pseudoscience, this magical belief system, and real scientists don't get to use that word anymore because it already means something in common language. So instead they had to use astronomy, the measure of stars, to mean the actual science of stars.
So the word was occupied.
Yes.
The
word was occupied. Yes. Therefore it is.
Someone had patent on it already.
It's a disputed territory. Now, someday we'll get it back, our land, our word. That is our word. They don't get to use that word.
Why?
Anyway, what the heck was I just saying? Okay, so I was saying something about phonology, sounds, and morphology. What does morphology mean?
What
You know what ology means? Ology means the study or science of
Morphology?
What does morph mean?
Morph.
Have you seen the Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Go, Power Rangers.
No.
Dump. You guys need that kind of American pop culture. It's morphin' time. No? Okay. Yeah. To morph is to change. They are too young to change something. Yes. But transgender people have body dysmorphia. Like there's something wrong in the perception of the form of the state that changed. Hello. We're learning English morphology and phonology right now. Yeah, that sounds exciting. Yes, you're on camera, smile.
Your arm is in the camera.
Yes. So, English morphology, the study of how English words change, indicates why those two sounds, S and D, at the ends of words are the most important sounds for you to pronounce correctly and consistently. No guesses still.
No guess?
Most languages have very complex dynamic morphology. Like verbs will change in many ways depending on how the is, right? Yeah. Like Farsi, I'm sure, the Spanish and Iranian, both of which I speak, and I think most of the major languages. Es kann es auch schon dann talking. My voice is mein Quoten, can ich reden warte. So, but the changes we do have, because there aren't very many of them, are very important to indicate correctly. Such as going from singular to plural, one of something or more than one of something when speaking in the third person. He mixes his coffee. They mix their coffee.
Good. Listen.
I mix, you mix, he mixes. We mix, they mix. Yes. So if you don't pronounce that S on the end, it's very easy to miscommunicate or just sound like an idiot. And the same thing with D. How do we indicate the past tense typically in English? Except for irregulars. We have a lot of irregulars too. But for most verbs, how do we indicate the past tense? It's very simple. E-D. Again, word. Ed. Or duh. Duh. I mixed my coffee.
Like this is strong?
Well, no, I'm exaggerating for the point of demonstrating it to you, right? But if I want to know the temporality of how something is happening, then are we speaking in the present or are we speaking in the past? I'll turn on your boiling water in 1 minute. I have to finish ranting first. Right? That's important to know. Is it something you do regularly or is it something that you did yesterday? I mix my coffee. He mixes his coffee. He mixed his coffee. If you don't pronounce that D, it's very easy to miscommunicate, right? Mm-hmm. And then we apply that to verbals, other words that come from verbs, like the mixed coffee tastes very good. Mixed is not a verb in that sense. It's an adjective. I'm describing the state of the coffee, but it's still said the same as a past tense adjective. Yes, I'm feeling very mixed about this. I have mixed feelings about your coffee. I'm not sure if it's good or not. You need that